What drug did you take once and thought, nope, never again? Ambien. Woke up in my underwear on my neighbor's porch. Oxycontin. Shit was too relaxing and didn't last long. I had knee surgery and they gave it to me for the pain. I took it for a week and when I wasn't on it I really wanted more. After a week of it I never wanted to touch that shit again. Heroin. Too good. Knew it'd get its claws in me if I did it a second time. For me, meth. I did it once under the presumption that it was cocaine. It was not. I had to go to the hospital. I mean, I probably didn't have to. But at the time, I had only smoked weed. I didn't know how to deal with the increased heart rate and paranoia. For my friend, diphenhydramine aka Benadryl. He is a really hardcore tripper, and can handle inhuman amounts of psychedelic substances. But he said that the one drug he would never do again was Benadryl. He said that his experience had lots of spiders. Benadryl took around 700 to 800 milligrams, like 25 or 30 pills, a while ago to trip. Not a good recreational drug. It's like how people who don't do drugs imagine acid to be like. It actually vividly see things and people that weren't there. I'd see people come in the room I was in and sit next to me on the couch and I'd start having the conversation with them, only to blink and have them disappear. It'd get up and start filling up a cup of water and bam, it'd be back on the couch. Never having gotten up. I don't remember most of the night, but my friends said I was just in a complete different world. They had some funny stories from it, though apparently at one point I pulled my pants down and just said, "Ants in my pants." Meth. Did some once thinking it was coke. Spent 2 days strung out and horny as hell. Never again. Tetracycline. Turns out I'm allergic. My dad gave me a Dilaudid he had left over from his hip surgery because I had a sore neck. I felt an almost overwhelming sense of euphoria. I knew I could never take another one. Salvia, no doubt. The two thing I've taken from this thread is that salvia is the worst drug out there. And that realizing you want more of a drug is instantly the reason to never do it again. Meth. I've taken prescription Adderall nearly my whole life and I wanted to test all these people who told me, "You're just taking prescription meth." To say the least, I don't do either of them anymore. That fake weed stuff that was around a little while back. Thought I was going to die. So hot. My sister found me naked passed out in the bathroom with my face against the bottom of the toilet. This really bothered me. I'm not a germaphobe, but rather germ-aware. Trazodone for sure. I was in the hospital to get my heart fixed up and was having a hard time falling asleep. To this day no one is sure exactly what happened. If I was given too much or just had a bad reaction or what. But I remember laying there and thinking something wasn't right. I got up and just kinda wandered around trying to find a nurse. I was freezing but pretty sweaty too and couldn't really see or hear so well. And you know that feeling when you bang your funny bone? My whole body felt like that. The weirdest part was I kept realizing, oh man, I'm in trouble, and would start to panic, but then a second later I'd sorta forget and feel so serene. I remember a nurse running towards me, but she looked like she in slow motion. Like we were underwater kinda. And I knew I had something really important to tell her but couldn't remember what it was. All I could think was how beautiful everything was. How the light was catching her hair and her sneakers squeaking across the floor sounded like a symphony. I remember the smiling at her and Ju kinda slumping against the wall, and then everything went dark. I woke up hooked up to a bunch of monitors with a lot of worried faces standing around. My blood pressure had dropped down to nothing, and if they hadn't found me when they did, I probably Would have died. 6/10 experience. It was very beautiful, but they made me chug so much yellow Gatorade, and to this day that stuff makes me gag. Salvia. I smoked it and instantly dropped the bowl. I thought I was in a reality where I was a giant Velcro pepperoni that was strapped onto a giant pizza and was trying to escape. I was actually just laying on the bed, unable to get up. Which is good, because later the entire wall of my third-floor apartment opened up and I felt the urge to jump out. So I might have jumped out the window if I had been able to move. Good stuff. For me it was coke. I'm a broke bitch, so after spending $80 for maybe an hour's worth of a high, I very quickly learned why it's called blow. You can blow through it and all your cash in a few days tops. Glad I got off that shit quick. Woulda ruined me. Heroin, it was just too good. Xanax. Took a bar at a friend's house. All I remember was watching Game of Thrones at a friend's house, then, next thing I know I'm at my apt. And it's a day later. Wasn't a bad experience for anything, it was just alright and felt like a waste of time. Plenty of better drugs out there. Muscle relaxants. Worst cramps I've ever had when the drug stops working. And you realize you have cramping muscles at the soles of your feet and between all your bones. DPT, https://n. Wikipedia. RG, Wiki, 5 Mayo DPT. WPROV equals SFTI1. People have referred to it as evil DMT, and that checks out. Imagine the psychedelic aspects of DMT, but it lasts for hours and you feel like you're also on meth. Good fucking luck sitting still for more than a millisecond. The visuals move at 1,000,000 miles an hour and it's really hard to get any semblance of reality. Basically, you feel like you're in a crank movie and it feels like it goes on forever. Not fun. Also did a PCP analog once and that was obviously terrible. Didn't do enough to totally flip out. I was mostly confused and disoriented and nothing seemed real. I love ketamine, but this was different. Kinda similar to DPT, it was much more speedy than I would have preferred and it left me feeling scared and hopeless. Easy for me to see how enough of that shit will make someone go totally bananas. Finally. Meth. Did it once by accident. Someone told me it was MDMA, and that come down. Good lord. Just thinking about it gives me flashbacks. I don't really do drugs other than weed anymore, and that's probably for the best. I did meth twice. Never again. Edit. Just to clarify, I loved it. It's the best thing ever. That's why I can't allow myself a third time. 'Cause I know for sure I won't be able to stop. Not a drug. But I was told I needed to take a fiber supplement. And went with the fiber pills. Then I went to the emergency room because I felt like I couldn't breathe within a few minutes of taking them. Fiber pills swell up easily with water, so they can end up feeling like they are sealing your throat. I now take fiber gummies, and actually enjoy having those little treats every day. You made till the end. You're a ducking beast, I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe now. It's free and that's a great price.